Alright, what's up guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be checking out a game over from the East, over in the OP06.5 meta. They do have access to, I believe it's EB01 now. And yeah, so we're going to kind of dive into this game. This is going to be a matchup between Sakazuki and Katakuri. Two very strong two very strong decks, two very strong leaders. And it says right here that it was streamed 1 day ago, but that's like, it says February 9th, but today's date for me is February 11th, so maybe it's just not quite 24 hours exactly yet. So this was streamed about 2 days ago, just to give you guys a heads up. This is something from over in the East, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this game, because we're going to do some, like a game analysis style video where we kind of pause it, break it down, and kind of talk about it. So playback speed is going to be at 2, volume's off, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into it, guys. All right, let's look at this starting hand here. Looks like we got a Lucci. Oh, it went over. Hopefully they go back to that hand. I think they usually do. I'm going to let them go to it. They usually go to the starting hand. Okay, pause. All right, so it looks like the Sakazuki player is going to be starting off with a Lucci, Houndblaze, Hina, Gecko Moria, and brand new. So this is a pretty ideal start, especially if going second. If going second, this start is very solid. No 2K counters, but we know that Sakazuki can do a lot of cycling. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we got over on, what we got over on the Katakuri side. So this is another very solid start. You got turn 1 in Pudding, turn 2 Parasparrow, and turn 4 7-Lin. And a 2K counter in Flampy, and 200 million volts Maru on the far left. So Flampy, for those who don't know, this is a new Big Mom Pirates type card. That is a 2K counter. It's a 1-cost 2K, so it has like 0 power, like 1,000. It has very weak power, but that's not the point of that's not the point of the card. It's meant to be a 2K counter that has high utility. I think the effect is you draw a card, and then you take the top card of your life. So you're basically, yes, you're going down in life, but think about it. You're playing out a 1-cost card that gives you access to 2 cards. So extremely, extremely powerful card here. And it is Big Mom Pirates, so it is searchable by Pudding or Parasparrow. That's a very solid card. I cannot wait to get my hands on from, I believe it's from EB01. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this game, see who goes first. Okay, so it looks like Katakuri's going to go first. Start off with a Pudding search. Let's see what he gets. Okay, so he got Amon. It looks like that's a Altart Amande, a Neko Mamushi, Satori, and a Kikanojo. So he can only get the Amande. That's just a 2K counter, for those who don't know, and it has the ability to, it's like activate main, trash a trigger card from your hand to tap down a 2-cost or less. So, really nice. That's been around for a while, though. A Big Mom Pirates searchable 2K counter, that's everything Katakuri wants. Not the best utility on, though, I will say that. It can be used to secure a win, that's for sure, but it's not exactly the most practical 2K counter like that Flampy card is, in my opinion. Okay, so here we go. Right away, we've got a brand new search that can hit any of these cards. It's got a Helmeppo. Helmeppo is in the deck now for shenanigans with Gecko Moria, so you don't want to draw that card, but you could draw the Great Eruption or the Houndblaze here. Either one of those is going to be good. I personally would probably take the Great Eruption for the card cycling and the card draw, but I could see the argument for taking Houndblaze. Let's see what he does. Okay, he's thinking about it, because he does have a Houndblaze in hand. Okay, well, he takes it either way. So that will be good for the Parasparrow, right? Like that is a very good answer to Parasparrow, and so on. It has multiple applications. It can get past blockers. It can buff your smaller characters, like the brand new on the board here. Okay, swing 5 with Katakuri the leader. 1K counter out with Sabo. I do think it's good to preserve as much life as you possibly can against yellow. Or, you have to do it one of 2 ways, right? And he plays that Parasparrow, by the way. You either have to, suicide all your life down as quick as possible so you don't start losing it from 7-Lins and 10-Lins. Or you actually just preserve as much as humanly possible and just say, you're going to have to beat me on 10-Lin. 10-Lins are going to have to be your answer. Okay? Which can just, for those who don't know, it can just literally take a life away. All right, so we're going to swing 5 at leader, -1 to the Parasparrow, no doubt. There's no doubt that it was on Parasparrow. And let's see what happens. He doesn't have a lot of counter in hand, but he's going to use the Amande he just revealed from the Pudding search, so that's good. That way there's less cards in his hand that his opponent knows about. That's always a good play when, At least something to consider. And plays out the Rob Lucci. So pause for a second. Not using the Hound Blaze to get more aggressive with the brand new, but plays out the Rob Lucci to develop more into the board. Now it does give your opponent access to card draw from the Perospero, but still, you know, you're establishing a body, and jeez, I can't talk right now. And in the game of One Piece, board control is massive. So okay, so he gets a 7 from that search. For those who did not see that, let's see what happens here. So he has 5. Okay, he has 5 here, and a Neko Mamushi. So he's going to swing for 7. Look at the top card of his life. He likes what it is. He keeps it there. Or actually, he might still be thinking about it. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's still thinking. He's going to leave it on... yeah, so he's going to leave it on top. Looks like he second-guessed himself for a minute there. And plays out the Neko Mamushi card here. This is a 4-cost 5K that can attack into active characters if you attach 2 Dawn to them. So I would say that card does have to be answered. You know, that can generate a little too much value. So we're going to swing 5 at life, -1 to the new card here, the 4-cost. And let's see what happens. Yeah, so I don't think he has any counter in hand, realistically. He draws into another 7-lin. Wow, he's got 3 7-lins in hand. That's not ideal. He gets a Flampy from that one. So swing 6, he takes it, gets a Flampy. Does the Rebecca Hina combo to Hound Blaze the Neko Mamushi off the board. And then he buffs the brand new with the Hound Blaze, and now we're going to swing 6 at life. Excuse me. Okay, so I would just give him a 2K counter here. I do tend to agree with that play there. And one thing I will say about last turn, I think I might have just swung 5 at leader, and I think I might have played a Flampy. I might have just played the Flampy to draw a card from life and to gain a card from life. But that's just me personally. Like, I don't know. I do favor drawing cards here, especially when you're about to just... Because he's about to just chain 7-lins, right? Because I don't know. That's what it looks like he's going to do. When you look at his hand. Look at his hand. I mean, he's got 200 million Voltamaru, a Flampy, a 0-cost 3K counter, or you have to trash a card with it to get a 3K counter, and then he's got 3 7-lins. So, like, in my mind, I'm preparing to just drop 7-lin into 7-lin into 7-lin. You know, unless you draw something better, obviously. So, okay, he's going to play that. And wow, so the Sakazuki player actually let him gain a life there. Okay. Which, like I said, so this is the case where the Sakazuki player is saying, okay, I'm not trying to race you. I'm just going to try to outvalue you and remove every single card you get from your life and every single card that you play. Which is that's probably the best way to do it, right? As opposed to the other way of, like, just trying to butcher them down and just hope they don't hit the right triggers. So, and you see the package that this Katakuri deck is running. He's running I'm sure he's running a Kikanojo because he's already running the... what's his name? That Neko Mamushi guy. He's running the cards that are... Okay, and there's a Kikanojo right there. So yeah, he's running the cards that he's running a lot of trigger cards, right? Perospero, this card. He's probably running Satori. I don't actually know. Actually, we did see it in the pudding search, didn't we? I think we saw it in the pudding search or the Perospero search. So he definitely, he's running as much as he can get from his life as possible. 5K attacker bodies. That's where it becomes dangerous, though, giving your opponent life with cards like 7-lin. That does make it very dangerous. But it looks like, okay, in this case scenario, he does have the Great Eruption and the Ice Age in hand. So he will be able to get rid of both of these cards right here, right? So in other words, you go -5 to the 7 cost, getting it down to 2. And then you have -3 with the leader attack plus the Great Eruption. But does he have a way to get rid of them, though? Yeah, okay, he does. He has the that new oh gosh, what's it called? The Amano Murakumo sword, I believe it is. Yeah, so he does have a way to get rid of it. Okay, so he swings 5 at leader. Let's see what he gets from life here. Okay, he's thinking pretty hard about this one. So he's thinking very hard about this one. So that makes me think it's a gain life trigger. Because if it was just like a Perospero or a Satori, like where you have to trash a card from hand, you would just obviously trash a 7-lin from your hand, right? Like it would just be a very easy decision because you have another one for the following turn. This has got to be like whatever the new 0-cost card is. Or actually, that one only works if you have 0 or less life, right? So this has got to be 200 million Voltamaru, and they do have it on the screen as well. It's just got to be, because like I said, if he's taking this long to do it, okay, there it is. If he was taking that long to do a Perospero or a the other one, the Satori. That just wouldn't make sense. Okay, swing 6 into life. He's just laying on the beats right now. Just attack, attack, attack. Gets a Gadatsu. Okay. Which can get rid of Hina next turn if he chooses to play it. So, does a Great Eruption. So, he's going to remove the cards, like we were saying. Trashes a Gecko Moria to get another Gecko Moria. Okay, so that was definitely the right call there. Swing for 7, it looks like. Excuse me. Yeah, swing for 7. And so he's asking what his character's costs are at. And I believe the Kikinojo is at 1 right now. Because he's done the Great Eruption on it and the character, and the leader. So then -5 to the 7 and there we go. The Amuro no Murakumo, whatever it is. Ama no Murakumo sword, yeah. Takes them both out, and that bottom decks them. It's a 2-cost event that bottom decks a 2-cost and a 1-cost. So very solid. Okay, so he's going to play out 7 here. You know, speaking of that, I'm still so surprised that he did the Luchi to KO the Parasparrow. When it's like, okay, he let him gain a life there. The 7 the Sakazuki player is trying to hold on to his life for dear life here. You know, no pun intended. But it's like, it's weird to me he did not 3,000 worlds, Houndblaze the Parasparrow earlier. Like that is a little bit interesting to me. I'm very surprised about that. But the Luchi did take both threats off the board. I guess there's obviously an argument for that. Whoops. There's, you know, it makes a lot of sense. So now we got Katakuri swinging in for 8K. Looking at his top life card. And did he put it to the bottom? Let me see something. Looks at top life card. Looks like he's going to keep it on top. Actually, he's thinking about it. No, he's still thinking about it. Let's see what he does. Okay. It must be a trigger or something. I mean, he's really taking some time here in the tank to think, okay, he's going to put it on the bottom. So he's decided, okay, I want it on the bottom. Swing 8, block with Rebecca, and Sakazuki's turn. Okay, untaps everything, draws a Borsalino here. Interesting. This has got to be a Gecko Moria turn. Like, there's just no doubt, right? There's just absolutely no doubt about it. First, trash 1 to draw a card with leader effect. Gets a 2K counter, one of the new 2K counters, T-Bone. That's another EB01 card coming out. and I believe this, I didn't mention this earlier in the video. Like, he's asking to see his graveyard there, see his trash. I didn't mention this earlier in the video, I don't think, but this is like part of their regionals over in the East. So, you know, very, very, very cool stuff here. All right, so he got a beige and did not use it. That's interesting he didn't use it on the Sakazuki here, because then he couldn't do the -1 cost. But okay, but I don't think it'll matter either way because of what's in his hand. But still, I think the technical right play there is just use the beige on the Sakazuki, because he did anyway, and then you get to save a -1 cost from the leader attack effect. But oh well. Definitely not a big deal at the end of the day. Okay, so he gets a 10 Lin from his life from that last attack he took, and now here comes Gecko Moria. Plays out Rebecca, and gets a Sabo with the Rebecca. So apparently there was no good 2-cost character to replace the brand new with. Excuse me, with the Gecko Moria effect. So, oh well, not a big deal. All right, so let's see what happens here. We're getting into it now. Like, this is definitely coming down to the late game here. On the board, they're showing the 3K counter. This is the new 0-cost 3K counter in OP06 for yellow. Now everyone has a 0-cost 3K counter, I believe. Like, every different color has one. And let's see. I'm really curious to see what he wants to do here about the board. Like, I feel like in this situation, if I'm the Katakuri, I'm going to go 5K into the brand new, and then I'm going to go 8K into the Hina. Okay, so 2K counter. So he obviously didn't go at the brand new. And now let's see where he goes with the 8-cost Lin. I would go into the Hina. Like I said, I would try to clear up the board in some way so I can get down this 10 Lin and go to the next round and try and win next turn. Okay, so swing 8. Uses Rebecca. So I doubt it was at Hina. It might have been. It could have been at Hina, but I don't think it was. And then he does just slam down 10 Lin, and this is the awesome new OP06 art for 10 Lin. Very nice. Okay, So 7K attack coming in here with a lot of potential other attacks coming in. This is a really bad spot to be in, for sure. Like, the Katakuri is now in an ugly, ugly spot. He's going to need some good life triggers. We're about to see what he pushed to the bottom of his life, too. That, remember, the turn before, he sent one card to the bottom. Okay, swing 9. No Dawn investment yet. And that's going to be game. Okay. It was just an Amande. But no matter what, even if it was a beige, it would not have mattered. Maybe if it was a Sanji, it would have mattered. But look at this. Like, even if he had made it where his leader can't attack, okay, then you swing 14 on Hina instead. Right? It was swing 7, swing 9, and then swing 14 on whatever's left. Yeah, and that's going to be game. So, really cool stuff there. Pretty awesome game. Let me go back. A few things I will say is I feel like this brand new got so many attacks in. Let me see. He got one attack here. Sorry, guys. We got to go back. I think he got one more attack. Yeah. He swung 7 that turn. Was that the first turn he attacked? I believe it was. It was. So that brand new got like 2 attacks in. I personally would have tried to KO the brand new like this turn. Like whatever turn he went sideways. This first turn here. Let me hit play. Fast forward. Right here. So let me see where he attacks this. So he swings 7. Or excuse me. He plays the 7 lens. Excuse me. Okay, and we remember what happens there. He gets a life. And then he loads up and swings at face. And then, okay, well, just use a Rebecca. Or I don't know, maybe he just blocked with Rebecca regardless. Because, again, I don't really know where he attacked. I don't know if he swung at Lucci. I don't know if he swung at Hina. I don't know where he swung. But I would have just attacked into... Well, I don't know. If I'm swinging for 8, I probably would have gone into the Lucci there. And then force him to use it. But if you subtly attack the brand new in that situation, he probably lets it go. And now he doesn't have a Rebecca in his trash. He can get back with the Gecko Moria. You know what I mean? There's a lot of arguments to be had there. But who knows? Maybe he did swing it to the brand new, and he was going to use Rebecca no matter where he swung at. So, interesting game there. Blue Black Sakazuki versus Yellow Katakuri. It feels like a timeless matchup at this point, even though it hasn't been around for very long. Because Sakazuki's only been out since OP05, right? But Katakuri, it's finally, it's funny, it's getting some of the tools it needs from the other yellow stuff, like the Sky Island stuff. Like it's running 200 million volts of Maru, it's running Gadatsus, it's running Reject and all this other stuff. And honestly, guys, it's like, I don't know, it's a very enjoyable matchup to watch, but I feel like it is getting very close to 50-50 in this matchup, where Katakuri can definitely beat Sakazuki, but Sakazuki can definitely beat Katakuri. It's going to come down to high skilled play and a little bit of love from RNG from your deck. So, right, guys, that's about it. I'm done rambling. If I missed anything, y'all help me out down in the comment section below. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.